guys, Sam here. Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode series. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have our Capital One Cup final game against Fulham. A very important game. It could be our first piece of silverware as Arsenal manager. And although it's only the Capital One Cup, it is still a piece of silverware that I'd like to win. And Fulham are a formidable opponent indeed. Despite not being in the Premier League, they're still a very tough opponent. We're not going to take them lightly at all. We also have the game against Liverpool for you later on in the episode. And it's going to be an interesting game against Liverpool as well, because we're trying to keep up with Spurs, who at the moment seem to be running away from us a bit. There's a 5-point gap in the Premier League, so we want to cut that down. We do have the game in hand, so it can be cut down to 2 points. And it's going to be a very important game against Liverpool. So without further ado, let's take a look at the lineup for the Fulham game. But before we do, if you do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure you smash a like on the video. 120 likes is now the standard. If you don't know, if you haven't heard the news, 120 likes is the goal for you guys. If you can hit it, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So if you could do me the favor of clicking the like button on the video, that would be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I love you guys. And you already know that, so I don't have to keep telling you guys. But without further ado, let's take a look at the lineup. Right, a completely changed lineup here today against Fulham due to the fact that there is so many tired legs. Last episode, we had like 2 games in the span of 4 days. One was against Manchester United, one was against Monaco in the Europa League, and we played full-strength teams in both those games. So we're giving a rest to a lot of our players, and this is our lineup for this Capital One Cup final game against Fulham. We have Welbeck up front, who's performing out of his skin, keeps scoring goals game in and game out. Jeffrey Adelaide behind him, Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left, El Ghazi on the right, with Ramsey and Bielik as a midfield pairing, with Gibbs, Magallan, Gabriel, and Chambers as a back four. Petr Cech in between the sticks, of course. It's going to be an interesting game, guys. You never know what to expect from a Capital One Cup final, but it is an opportunity to win a bit of silverware. So hopefully the boys can get up for it, and hopefully we can bring home some silverware for the fans. It's Taggart now on the ball, whips in the cross, trying to find Ross McCormack. Too bad he's like 5'0". Gibbs to Rennie Adelaide, finds Chamberlain. Chamberlain back to Rennie Adelaide. What's he going to do now? He's going to try and find Gibbs, does so successfully, who's going to try and fight off Kearney as much as he can. Trying to find somebody in the box. Danny Welbeck is in there. I wasn't even controlling him, but he's gone for the header, which wasn't very good, to be fair. Welbeck on his left. Back on his right, a bit of LTRT. Welbeck from outside the box. Stecklenburg is up to the save. Taggart now. What's he going to do? Oh my god, plays that to Emerson Hindman, who nearly finishes that. My goodness, Fulham are decent on the attack, eh? Oh, Gibbs, great work getting it off Emerson Hindman. It's a tussle. It's a real tussle for the ball here, but it's Gibbs who's won that tussle against Hindman. He does him again. Whip this in. Kieran Gibbs finding someone. No one. El Ghazi finds Welbeck. Welbeck to Jeff. Rennie Adelaide, who's going to play through Oxlade-Chamberlain with a bit of space here. Chamberlain finished that. What a save from Stecklenburg, sticking his arm out. Who's on his right? What's he going to do? Danny just running through like 4 of them. Lays it off to Jeff. Rennie Adelaide. The shot's no good. El Ghazi, I'm fucking done. How the fuck do you miss that? How? Anwar, please tell me how. Ross McCormack finds Stearman. I don't know what that was, but how the fuck did he get it all the way to Czech? I don't give a fuck. Give him a red card. I'm pissed. Nothing? Are you sure? Jeff Rennie Adelaide to Chamberlain. What's the Ox gonna do? Probably the last chance of the game here. He's gonna find Danny Welbeck making a fantastic run, but he couldn't get his shot off because of the pressure from the defender. There it is, full time, 0-0, a scrappy 90 minutes. And it's the second episode in the row where we're gonna get into some extra time here. Look at the tired legs. It's been a scrappy game, guys. Honestly, I'll show you the stats. It's 6 shots, 4 on target, 49%. It's a lot of midfield battling. Losing the ball, winning the ball, losing the ball, winning the ball. Fulham have 10 tackles, which is crazy. So hopefully we can just pull out the goal, man. I don't want to go to penalties again. Pjanic to Konoplyanka. Yevgen being substituted on. He's going to play through Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck, don't screw this up. My son, the cross is not the best from Danny. I went for a on-the-ground cross. It would have been a certain goal had it been the first man. Yevgen lays it off to Pjanic. Pjanic is going to hold the ball. He's going to find Yevgen Konoplyanka making a very good run. He's going to cut in on his right. Yevgen, do it for me. Yevgen Christensen gets in the way. to Welbeck. Welbeck, nice little back heel to Miralem. Pjanic now to Konoplyanka. He's going to go on his left. Jokes, he's going to go on his right. Morbieta gets in the way. Pjanic hits that, trying to go near post, but Stecklenburg just catches it like it's nothing. Nice little touch. Konoplyanka, acres of space, plenty of stamina. He can't fuck this up. Oh, he's just completely ripped Morbieta. Come on, Yevgen. Tuck that away. Stecklenburg, stop it. Oh, fuck off. No way he's onside. No way he was behind the halfway line. I can't believe he's passed that. Woodrow has passed it to McCormack, and Czech with a good save. Fulham, I don't know what the hell that guy was doing. He could have just run the whole way. There it is, full time. Penalties again. We just had penalties in the last episode, but this one is defining who wins the silverware, and I guarantee you we're going to win it, because I don't lose in penalties. Come on, man. Tell me. Just tell me where you're going, Ross, and I'll go the same way. You're going right, aren't you? First penalty taker, and he's fucking shit. Pjanic, first man to step up for us. Good composure. Tuck it away, son. Nothing the keeper's doing. Nothing you're doing about that, Stecklenburg. The man who could have actually put Fulham up 1-0, but he decided to pass it off. Where's he going? He's going left. He put it in. Come on, slot it away, Yevgen. I know you can. I know you can. I'm so confident, mate. Every single one we're going to score. To the right. Yeah, he was, and he completely fucked it up. Aaron Ramsey. Tucking it away, surely. Kenny, where are you even going, mate? It doesn't even matter. We're scoring the next one. Where are you going? To the right. To the left. Right, I'm going to be cheeky here. Danny's going to be a little bit cheeky. And we're going to try and chip this. We got 2 goals. We're going to chip it. Straight down the middle. Bang. Bang, Danny. You cheeky cunt. No, let's go celebrate with the fans. Come on, they're over this side. Yeah, come on, Peta, let's go, son. I like how Danny still has his little energy bar at the top of his thing. He's not his energy bar, he's how much shot power he's putting. Look, it's still on him as well. It's not exactly the way I wanted to do it, but it is a trophy. 0-0 at the end of the day here against Fulham. Not the best for confidence, but it was not a strong side whatsoever. And the Capital One Cup is Arsenal's. So there we go, our first piece of silverware as Arsenal manager, and hopefully not our last piece of silverware as Arsenal manager. The next game we have is away at Liverpool in the Premier League. And as you can see, as I was saying at the start of the episode, we are 5 points behind Spurs with a game in hand, and a win here could put us 2 points behind them. The last time we were in this situation was last episode, and we beat Manchester United 1-0. Our confidence isn't sky high, but we are doing okay. We are winning games, and we are progressing through tournaments. So hopefully we can get this win against Liverpool. A loss here would put us 5 points behind. A draw would put us 4 points behind, which is not the worst, but we need to win. We need to keep up with Spurs. We can't let them get too comfortable. So it has to be a win here against Liverpool. Anfield is a tough place to go though, so this will be interesting. This is the lineup that we are rocking here at Anfield, with Benzema up front with Nabil Fekir behind him, Konoplyanka and Campbell on the wings. We have Ozil and Verratti playing deep-lying midfield roles. Ozil, not his usual role, but he did play here a few games, and he wasn't the worst. And I'm just doing that for fitness issues. He could spray those balls from deep. And you know, he can sort of dictate the game, I think, a little bit more. Not as physically present as Pjanic, but it'll have to do because the stamina levels are a bit low at the moment. Guy, Laporte, Davis, and Bellerin as a back four with Petr Cech in between the sticks. Let's do it. Let's hopefully beat Liverpool and keep up with Spurs. That is the main objective, man. Every single game, we're trying to keep up with Spurs and keep the pressure on Spurs. So, we have to do this. Undefeated in the league still, so hopefully it stays that way. Keep your fingers crossed. Anfield's a tough place to go for sure, but it has to be 3 points if we want any chance of catching Spurs. Come on, lads. Let's make it the first attack. The first attack. They won't even have the ball and they'll be 1-0 down. Bellerin plays through Campbell. Campbell on his left. You already know. Penalty. Oh, I just fucking called it, lads. I mean, sure, we haven't scored the penalty just yet, but I said the first attack, they won't even touch the ball, and they'll be 1-0 down, and we could possibly do that because he didn't even touch the ball with that tackle, so I mean, this is gonna be something else. It's gonna be Karim to step up, most reliable penalty taker. I didn't realize Mignolet's so short. Look at him. He's never getting to this. Forget it, Simon. That wasn't even the best penalty. That was very savable. And Mignolet just didn't even move. Why would you not move? I mean, it wasn't a hard shot. It's not like, it flew by you. He just sort of watched it go in. What are you doing, Simon? Do something. Look at Liverpool, mate. They're swarming men forward here. That's Markovic making a run. He's going to cross that in. Oh my god, Lucas. I believe that's Lee Lucas. Sturridge on his left. That's a hell of a save from Petr Cech. Take nothing away from that. And Liverpool now showing they're not going to sit back and take this lightly. They're going to try and get back in the game. A lot of men forward. Sturridge gets past Verratti like he's not even there. Edemenko! He's got a hell of a long shot, boys. And I thought that was in the back of the net. So we got to calm it down and we got to make sure he doesn't have too many of those because he will punish us. That was close. Campbell finds Nabil Fekir. What's Fekir going to do now? He's going to cut in on his left, leaving Lovren for dead. He had Benzema, but he wanted to go all the way. A bit selfish from Fekir. Lays it off to Verratti. It's in the air. Verratti smashes that straight at Mignolet. Laporte now bombing forward. He finds Mesut Ozil, and a bit of space here for us as well. What's Ozil going to do? Oh, he could have gotten tackled there, but he didn't. Lays it off to Verratti. Verratti to Campbell. Joel with a scoop turn. Joel lays it off to Ozil, who tries tucking it away to Benzema. Benzema back to Ozil. What's Mesut going to do? He's going to try and find Karim. That's a beautiful ball. I'm not sure if he was offside, but it finds Konoplyanka, who just absolutely smashes that. I think the keeper might have been distracted there with Benzema, but I don't know if he was in an offside position. It doesn't look like. I think Skirtle was keeping him on. And what a hit from Konoplyanka. My goodness, straight across the goal. Mignolet's not reaching it because he's not good enough. He's just not good enough. He's been complete shit this game. That's a fantastic finish from Yevgen Konoplyanka. 2-zip. Cop that, Anfield. Nabil Fekir finds Benzema, who's got a lot of room. Not the quickest, trying to come up against Moreno here, but he's not bad himself. Benzema lays it off to Nabil Fekir, tucks it away. Benzema with a bit of mental skill, making Firmino run, and just great fake shot from Benzema. Cuts in, finds the Fekir, who slots it away. Simon, just take a seat on the bench, mate. You're crap. Great work from Benzema here. Just lays it off to Nabil. Takes one touch, sets himself up, and all those chanting Liverpool fans behind the net sat the fuck down because they're 3-0 down. Gaia finds the run of Oxlade-Chamberlain. Plenty of stamina, plenty of room. Firmino's coming at him, but he's just going to cut in on his right. Oxlade-Chamberlain with too much pace for you to handle. Whips it in. Oh, Welbeck. I was going to say that I was going to start celebrating before it even went in, but Welbeck screws it up. There it is, full time here at Anfield. 3-0 to Arsenal. A very comfortable win. Despite having a very talented team, Liverpool just didn't perform today. They did not step up. And I think it was because we went 1-0 up so early. They had to play very attacking football. And we punished them. We really did punish them. It was a fantastic performance. 3-0. Great way to keep up with Spurs here. And a great way to tell Spurs, like, look, we're not gonna fucking give up, mate. We're gonna catch you again. 9 shots, 7 on target, 49% possession to Liverpool's 5 shots, 2 on target, 51% possession. So a very, very... I mean, Liverpool weren't crap. They weren't. They had a few decent chances, but for the most part, it was all us. I think our chances were better than their chances, and I think we punished them. We were very clinical with our chances. 3-0, clean sheet, 3 goals. What more can you ask for? Especially against Liverpool at Anfield. I mean, that's a great performance. I'll take that. Right, we have a game here against Newcastle that we're going to simulate because this game against Real Madrid is coming very, very close. They've actually congested our fixtures a lot in these next few days. We have a game 2 days from now, and then that game we have Real Madrid. It's 2 days from then. So looks like we're going to beat Newcastle here as we're 2-0 up in the first half. We'll simulate the rest of it, and we ended up winning 3-0, which is really good. No injuries as well, which is really what matters. They have Choupo-Moting. And again, 2 days later, we have a game here against Leicester City, and in 2 days we have Real Madrid. So again, we're playing this rest squad, and we're going to try and not get injuries, but I don't really have control over that. It's a tough game so far. Looks like we're not really getting the goals. It would be a shame if we dropped points due to simulation, but Fekir gets the goal in the first half. We'll skip the second half, and it's 2-0. Fekir and Welbeck getting the goals. Going into this game against Madrid, we want a fit team. So the fact that we had 2 games in 3 days right before Real Madrid, that sucks. Okay, that is how the table ends at the end of today's episode. Spurs, I think they only played 1 game in the time that we played 3 games, and I think their 1 game was a draw. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what's happened. We picked up 3 wins. They've only picked up 1 draw in this episode, so they now have the game in hand, when at the start of the episode we had the game in hand. So if they win, they will be on par with us on points, but nowhere near our goal difference, because we've scored more goals than them and conceded less goals than them. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in their game in hand, and if they can keep up with us now, because we've put the pressure on them. And we are now focusing on the Europa League against Real Madrid in the round of 16, which will be a very tough fixture. That is how the Europa League bracket looks like at the moment in the round of 16. A few decent games, but the real big game is Arsenal and Real Madrid. Last episode, I asked you guys what you thought would be the score prediction, so we'll do it in this episode as well. If you didn't comment in the last episode, make sure you get your score predictions over the 2 legs in this episode, and if you're right, you'll get a shout out at the end of the second game against Real Madrid. It's pretty tough to guess over the 2 legs what's going to happen, but I mean, if you guys can do it, you can do it. So go ahead and let me know who you think's going to get through and what you think the score is going to be. But that ends today's episode, guys. In the next episode, you'll get both legs of that game against Real Madrid. So if you're excited for that, make sure you smash a like on the video. 120 likes will be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your support on this Arsenal career mode. I hope you guys are enjoying the career mode. I hope you're enjoying the episodes, and I hope you're having a very good day. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Keep it real.